that they are that and Democrat. So the Democrats pushed for, Planned Parenthood, which does abortions, which is not a pro-life group. So how do you go for one and go for the other? Seems to be a conflict of interest there. Now, I will say that both sides have that. So it's a catch-22, believe it or not. If any of you say you're a Democrat or Republican, and you state that you are a full-time practicing Christian, you're full of shit. That's probably going to piss off a lot of you. And again, let me state, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. Because we have to face these realities. If we're going to address the problems, we're going to ultimately defeat the biggest problem that we have. We're going to have to get past these differences. Now, because I said that you're not a Christian, doesn't mean that you are not good people. Doesn't mean that you don't go to church. It doesn't even mean that you don't really believe that you're not going to go to heaven. You really believe you will. The only problem is, and maybe we should have held off on this one a little bit longer before we ran everybody off. But the real problem here is you don't understand your own religion. You've been taught wrong. You've grown numb to it. Because to be Christian is to be Christ-like. Christ-like? No sin. No sin. And you're going to fall short. We know this. But does that mean you still do 100 sins before you even get out of the bed? Or 2,000 of them by the end of the day? No, it does not. Here's a great saying. I've used it many, many times. Will continue to use it many, many times. It goes just like this. Before you pull that speck of wood out of your brother's eye, please, or you might need to, one way or the other, I don't remember which one goes. what you need to do first is pull that log out of yours. Then go and help your brother get that speck out of his. You understand that? Now, I pulled plenty of trees, logs, forest out of my eyes. And I have many more to pull. For there's only so many days that a man has alive to be able to pull these trees. I just hope I have enough to get it to where we need to go. So, anyways, I am not perfect. I do not claim to be perfect. I am not a practicing Christian, as some would say. I am not a Republican or a Democrat either. These are things that people will use to bash us over the heads with. They just will. I don't get it. I don't know why. I don't understand it. But it keeps us distracted. So I've learned to eliminate them. Hopefully you will too. Hopefully this is maybe not even the first time you've heard of this concept. Hopefully this is something that you've either thought about yourself or you've heard somebody else mention. Now, if this is the first time ever hearing it, then I do ask you do me one huge favor in every bit of this here. That would be this. Please, after this episode, sit down and think. Take time to self-reflect. Take time to look at all sides. Find yours, the Pope's, and so forth. And as you do that, please, just take your time. That's all it takes. You take your time. You go at it slow. You think about it. And you'll get there. I almost guarantee it. But you have to take the time. Yes, for sure. So, with that being said, and all that has been said up until this point, I hope I didn't run you off. I hope that if you heard everything up until this point and you haven't left, not to say that you're not on the edge or you haven't thought about it, just you have it for some reason. Well, I want to thank you Because, believe me or not, and I'm sure if you're around and you've had any kind of reason to not like what I was saying, then you will probably think that I am trying to be mean. But I'm not. I promise. No, the only thing is I'm trying to get us to understand that none of us are superior, greater than the other. That's basically it in a nutshell. I don't know that we'll ever make it that far without people just giving up. And I understand. I don't blame them. I wouldn't want to listen to it either. But I just hope that maybe they'll stick around long enough to see the end. So, if you are one of those that have stuck around, thank you. Again, thank you, and thank you some more. I don't know what else I could say to make things any better. Because, honestly, there just isn't anything to say to make it better. The best I can do is hopefully keep this going to where we all come around to the same exact conclusion all over again. That we have to fix this one way or the other. I think we'll get there. What do you think? Maybe. I guess we'll just have to see now, won't we? Well, like this time and every time before, I'm going to end this the same way I always try to do it. And it goes just a little bit like this. If no one today has told you that they care about you, don't worry, I got you. I got your back. Okay? Now, with that all being said, if I got your back, I hope you'll at least do one of two things for me. Those things being this: you will always keep your head up. Keep your eyes to the sky. Keep reaching for the stars. If, and I mean if and when you fall, I want you to get back up. Don't you stay down long. You can stay down a little bit. I understand it hurt, but you have to get back up.